Welcome back to Radio Free UTOBITHA. I'm here with best friend Tabitha.
Pleasure to be here as always, Rhonda.
This week we're talking about the fall of the bandit Lord GRISTLE and the fallout, for want of a better word, for Concord and the surrounding area. Tabitha, your thoughts?
Well, Rhonda, having been directly involved in what local people are now calling the Great Concord Massacre, or as I prefer, the Big Bandit Pileup, I can attest to the sheer pandemonium that was unleashed that day.
You can't get better boots on the ground reporting than this. I'm sure our viewers are looking forward to hearing the truth of what happened.
Well, there I was, surrounded on all sides by hostiles, gunfire blaring overhead, when it occurred to me, this is all Preston Garvey's fault.
Preston Garvey? Who is that?
Oh, just some jumped-up human, Rhonda. I think he said he was part of some kind of Minutemen faction.
By Jove! A direct challenge to your territorial power over the area. How did you deal with this affront?
Well, as we know, humans are incredibly sneaky, so it's very important they don't figure out my true intentions, and, as such, I decided to help them butcher an entire town's worth of bandits without ever revealing my disdain for their organization.
If you don't mind me saying, this sounds like an awfully dangerous game you're playing, best friend Tabitha.
Not at all. You see, I have come to the conclusion that these particular humans are even weaker than the kind we are used to from when we were back at Black Mountain. And so I would like to observe them in their natural habitats for a while. Weigh up our options, so to speak.
How clever! And what have you gleaned from them so far?
Well, most of them are totally insignificant. Garvey, Sturgis, those two long ones, completely useless. However, they do travel with what I can assume is a very powerful practitioner of the supernatural arts named Mama Murphy.
A stern reminder to be careful of witches, folks. So where does this soothsayer and spellcaster fit into your plans?
Well, clearing the way to Sanctuary was the first stage. The next stage, we wait.
How very intriguing. We'll have more after this. Ow! Well, look here. Another cavity. This would never have happened with Superdent. That child's teeth are in danger, and it's all down to neglectful parenting. Don't let your children fall to gum disease. Call your local hero Superdent. Superdent is the toothpaste that is kind to your teeth, but when it comes to plaque, it knows when to kick ass. It has more finishing moves than the United States military. Who knew that brushing could reduce crime rates? Are you the hero this city needs but doesn't want? Buy Superdent today. Superdent. For the little superhero in your life. Welcome back. Before the break, we mentioned the infamous bandit GRISTLE. And it is my pleasure to say that we have him here right with us, right now. Say hello, GRISTLE.
He's not looking very well, Rhonda.
No, well, that's because when we arrived in Concord, this fellow was already dead.
Huh. So how do we know their name?
Name tags on the clothing.
Oh, yes. You wouldn't want to lose those.
Anyways, we were wondering if we could get a few words from the deceased through the use of powerful technologies
that are only available to us. Oh, yeah, sure thing. Nom. Kazam! Poof.
Wow!
decisions. Arg! Each!
Oh, I think we get the picture, best friend Tabitha. Well, that was the Bandit Lord Gristle, and everything he had to say today. Stay tuned, as there's more after this. What a lovely song. Oh dear. Meatdog, can you eat that somewhere else?
I'll just move this. There we go. Ha! Gristle! I finally get it!
Disgusting. Anyways, we were talking about all of the events that transpired in Concord.
Oh, yeah! Well, needless to say, there was a lot of bloodshed. Entirely not my fault. And we soon found ourselves inside some kind of old museum.
Go on.
Enemies were all around us, but with the power of friendship, we smashed our way through their defenses and into the hearts of a ragtag group of nobodies who were hiding, like the weak humans they are, in a closet upstairs.
So I guess you could say, by killing all of those people, you were actually saving these other, nicer people.
You could!
And has the term hero been bandied about yet?
Nowhere near as much as it should have.
Well, I'll just say it then. You are my hero, Tabitha.
Oh, and you mine, Rhonda!
More after this.
This is a message from the International Bureau of Canned Food, Public Safety Standards and Health. We have reason to believe that an individual calling themselves Andy Smitkins has been systematically buying up advertising space on this here radio frequency and using those spots for trading in untruths. On behalf of the Doghouse Canned Pet Food Company, I have this message.
Just stop sending us meat, please. Oh, God, please, there's so much meat. So much meat. God. We're back. I'm talking to best friend Tabitha about the recent ruckus in Concord, of which they were a part of. Now, Tabitha, I was just wondering if there was any other reason you decided to help out these seemingly pathetic human individuals.
Oh, Could just be that I have a heart so big that I just have to give. Though it is more likely that they initially did offer me a going rate of a chest full of emeralds.
What an absurdly indulgent gift.
Settle down, Rhonda. They never settled up.
Typical of human behavior, I suppose.
So anyways, there I was. Enemies on all sides, with the promise of emeralds spurring me on. When
What?
crash! Out of the sewer! A death claw!
Oh, goody! A death claw. I hear they are quite formidable opponents.
For humans, perhaps, but I am ashamed to say, on its behalf, that it died quickly and pathetically at the strong hands of this here super mutant.
I think it might be worth mentioning that the military-grade minigun we were using at the time helped out just a little bit.
True, maybe a little bit, but I'm still counting it.
So, you not only made short work of all of those raiders, and the monster that dwelt in the sewers, but you managed to do it all in just one day's worth of work.
I like to keep busy.
Don't we all? And that's about all we have time for today, actually. So I'd like to say thank you to our special guest, GRISTLE. Yes, lovely. And, as always, many thanks to best friends Tabitha and Meatdog.
Stay safe.
And thank you for listening.